Okay, in this video we are going to build a freebie using free stuff. So, in the chalk paint example, how to chalk paint in 3 easy steps. I'm going to grab that to my clipboard just for the text. We want to create a cover for an ebook. So we need to go find some free photos. I went to unsplash.com, I typed in chalk paint, and I see this image right here will do just fine. So I'm going to download this for free and name it as a keyword, but how to chalk paint furniture. Just get in the habit of just naming everything as a keyword before it hits your computer. That way when it hits the web, it's already a keyword. Okay? And let's talk about using Canva for free. And again, below this video is a button for Canva. If you don't use it already, it's free. So we can either create a design and type in ebook here, but what I do is I do a custom dimension and I make it 8.5 by 11. Oops, inches, not pixels. Oh Lordy, I need more coffee. 8.5 by 11 inches, right? Because that's the size of a piece of paper that would come out of a printer if someone decides to print it. So we're going to upload the image that we just downloaded, and we're going to make it the cover of our ebook. And then an easy thing to do, and you can get very creative here, but a very easy thing to do is to throw a square. Make sure you have these middle lines to edit squares, not just the circles, because then you really can't turn this into a rectangle. But if you have these, you can turn this into a rectangle, and you can either do black or white, and you can turn down the transparency. If you did black, then you could also turn down the transparency. And let's say we're going to put it right in the middle. Let's put it right there. It's pretty heavy on the bottom as far as the weight of the image. We're going to add some text, and I'm going to change this up so I can actually see it. Let's make this a little bigger so you can see it. I'm going to change this to a pretty bold font so that it stands out. Maybe you can type right in here. Maybe Oswald, maybe a Lato. I can't even remember all my fonts. Lato bold, and change it to white so we can see it, and make it bigger. I'm going to paste in how to chalk paint in 3 easy steps, and also I changed the spacing of the line height. For some reason Canva puts a lot of space. You could literally walk away with that for your ebook. If you wanted to add something up here, like maybe your logo. I have a logo with, I have so much in here, clients, students. I have a logo. This is not going to match, but I'm just showing you if you wanted to. Remember, it's not about you, it's about them. If you wanted to put a little logo up there, just a little bit, just to have your branding, you could. Okay, now all we need to do is save this. Again, this is all free as a PNG. Sometimes Canva wants to download it as a PDF. You want it as an image, PNG. You're going to download it to your computer. And I have a folder on my computer called Delete Everything in here, which means I know that every day if I wanted to go clean up this folder, there's nothing I need in here. Okay, so we just downloaded that. We don't need Canva anymore, unless we're going to come back and fix a mistake. But now we move into Google Drive. I'm going to go to the Foundation Formula folder that we are sharing. And since we are in building, I would put it in the building folder. So what I usually do is I have a products folder, and this would be a subfolder called freebies. And then there would be another subfolder called paid. But let's just make a freebies folder for today. And in here, I am going to start a Google slide, not a document. Again, this is free building. And what do we need to do to the document? We need to change the page setup to custom to match the 8.5 by 11 that we just did in Canva. I'm going to take off these text boxes. I'm going to insert the image that we just made. I'm going to stretch it to the corners, and boom, we have an ebook cover. So we need a new slide, and you would put your text in here on the 3 steps that we planned out in our planning, right? So if we go back to planning, we talked about, you know, we planned, we just put our thoughts and our plans on paper before we moved into building. So now we would flesh this out, maybe with a table of contents, maybe with a couple little pretty pictures, but some paragraphs, maybe marketing place. That's funny. Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. And you develop this out, and then at the end slide would be your, hey, if you liked this, join my Facebook group or buy my $37 thing. This is your end slide for a call to action. And something else that I do is I insert a text box at the bottom of every page except for the cover image. Let me see if I can make this bigger for you. So what I do is I consider this my footer, and I put the copyright info. You only have to do it once. And what I usually do is put the company name. So mine is Jennifer Goodwin Companies, but you would put yours in here. And then I make it centered. I make it smaller, maybe a 10 font, and I make it a little bit more gray because it just has to be noticeable enough that you're copywriting your materials. And again, let's delete the 3rd page because all you have to do is say duplicate slide, and then the 3rd page has it as well as the 2nd page and the 4th page and the 5th page. Okay? So this is super easy to do. You can create freebies very quickly. Go ahead and try yours. Drop them off in the group. I want to see them, and we'll see you in the next training.